Well, the effectiveness of the team is not in question. They did an excellent job. Since they were instituted, there was progress around killings of activists, what one might call political killings that took place. There were progress. In fact, the effectiveness has never been an issue that was questioned within the space.
And when you say it was never in question, it never arose at all in your discussions with former Minister Pktt?
No. That question was never asked.
Beyond question.
Yeah, they were doing their job, and I believe they were doing a good job.
Okay.
Do you know what is concerning about Senzo Mchunu as the police minister? After hearing his deputy police minister literally say, there was absolutely nothing wrong with the Pktt. I mean, I worked with General Pktt before. We never needed to discuss it because they were an effective team. They were doing a very, very good job. The effectiveness of the team is not in question. They did an excellent job. Since they were instituted, there was progress. And they didn't just do the political side, the unalivings on the political side. They also did the traditional leaders. Basically, they worked hard. So then the question becomes, how come Senzo Mchunu doesn't know this information? How come he seems oblivious to the fact that this was an effective Pktt, to the extent that he is so willing to disband it and also speak to nobody about it? It's just something that he came up with as a New Year's resolution. That's what I'm checking it out to. It came up as a New Year's resolution. I'm just going to go ahead and make this New Year's resolution before midnight, and I'm going to share it to social media. Well, in his defense, he didn't share it to social media. It was leaked to social media. But then still, if you have your own deputy minister not stand with you and say there was nothing wrong with the Pktt, then the big question is, what is wrong with Senzo Mchunu? But let's continue listening on. I just thought he was nervous. He was unsure. I don't know why. I really couldn't tell what it is about Mr. Deputy Police Minister Cassel Mathale, why he seemed uneasy, uncertain. He seemed to lack confidence as well, although he was bringing positive information for the Pktt. But let me know your thoughts about him, how his day went in the comment section down below. Let's listen in to the rest of the interview.
We know from former Minister Pktt that the last briefing to the IMC, the Interministerial Committee, was in March of 2024. Was that before the elections?
Yeah.
So, did you attend that one?
Yes, I did in KZN, yeah, at the Provincial Commissioner's Office.
Okay. And did it follow the same format? There's a presentation to the IMC, and there's questions, I suppose, questions, answers, and so on. And what was your feeling when you left that meeting as far as the political killing stars team is concerned?
Well, the meeting went well, and I didn't get an impression that there are problems around the team. I think everybody was happy with what was presented and what they were doing.
Okay. So, just to continue along that narrative, since it's also our focus, then we have the elections, and Minister Mchunu is appointed, and Minister Pktt is disappointed. But we know, of course, why was he's given an explanation why he wasn't appointed. He was too low on the list or something like that. But what was your reaction to the appointment of Minister Mchunu?
Well, as I said earlier on, I was happy that he has been appointed minister, and that I was appointed deputy minister, and I was grateful that somehow the universe was aligned, that even though I've lost General Kele, whom by then we were working extremely well together. But I was given somebody else that I knew and that I've worked with, and I believed that we were going to make a good team.
Did Minister Mchunu have any specific discussions with you and or Deputy Minister Boshielo in relation to the political task team between July 2024 and December 2024?
Well, we have had, you see, come again with the question, Senior Counsel?
Did Minister Mchunu have any specific discussions with you or meetings with you and or Deputy Minister Boshielo in relation to the political killings task team between July 2024 and December 2024?
We have had discussions around the structure and the need for us to handle things in such a manner that we strengthen our capacities so that you don't have to create task teams to deal with specific challenges, because we will have developed that capability within the police to deal with the challenges that we are confronted with. And it is in this context that the issues that we discussed around the Pktt took place.
In Minister Mchunu says that you can you recall having a meeting specifically with Minister Mchunu in November of 2024?
Yes, I might not. We have had many meetings with him. So
Well, I'm talking about the task team.
that's why I said we did discuss the task team as we were discussing the problems that the structure and how we think the structure must be structured and how we must strengthen certain units like murder and robbery so that we are able to address the problems of murder in the country. Because the political killings task team, it's a team that came as a result of the murder that was taking place amongst, which are politically related. That's why it was called political killings task team, but it is murder. And there was also the problem of the killing of traditional leaders, which is not political. It is murder as well. And killing of ordinary South Africans because either it's a robbery or gang-related matters, which is murder. And the rate at which we resolve these crimes is worrisome. Hence the need to strengthen the unit that deals with murder and robbery so that we are able to resolve any murder that takes place in the country. And in that context, then the issues of the task team like political killings came into the discussion.
Minister Mchunu says in his statement at paragraph 84, and I think we have made these statements available to you and your lawyers. On the 21st of November, I convened a meeting with the Deputy Ministers of Police to discuss the various allegations against and other identified challenges within the SAPS. A decision was taken at that meeting that I would meet with Lieutenant General Masimola to raise these concerns and engage with him on the same.
Yeah, we have had discussions and we have agreed on various occasions that there are issues that the minister should engage with the National Commissioner and process them so that by the time they come to us, they will have processed those issues. In some instances, it was a meeting with the Minister of Police in the absence of the National Commissioner, and in other instances where the issue of the two of them interfacing, they were both present. In the presence of the Minister and the National Commissioner, I have said so on more than one occasion, that the Minister and the National Commissioner must process things. There are certain things that the two of them must process before they come and discuss with us, because it does not assist for us to go into a meeting sometimes with other deputy national commissioners and divisional commissioners. We discuss issues that they should have found each other on. before coming to engage with us. So yeah, there are many instances where we have had meetings and agreed that the two of them must, from time to have engagement